Let's see. What's going on, people, man? It's a nightcap, wholesaling real estate, or just real estate in general, where we get together, man, just talking about wholesaling, talk about real estate stuff, um, and answer all your questions, man, that you got in regards to the topic. So, here we go, man. My guy Cordero is in the building, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Cordero the cleaner, uh, in the building. What's going on, man? How I feel up there? He got his what do y'all call it up here in the north? Toboggan. You know what y'all call it?
I call it we call it yeah, I mean, but my family from Ohio, so they'll say toboggan, but beanie, a hat.
Yeah, call it beanie. Yeah, down in the real south, we'll call it a hat or hood or something like that. But I don't even know if we had a name for it. Probably just a hood. But y'all people up north got these fancy names, toboggans.
Are you saying Tennessee is north?
Yeah, that's north.
That's
For people
crazy.
that's from the real south, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you're
I'm
crazy.
from South Georgia. We talking about deep, deep.
Oh, you
Well,
are
hey, well, we don't use big words.
but the Tennessee so south, they still got some slaves.
No, man, you wild, man.
I'm playing, but
Boy, you
oh,
wild, man.
ain't
You,
crazy if you think Tennessee
you,
ain't south.
you wild, man.
I'm from Shelbyville.
No,
I'm from
you,
Shelbyville.
hey, you wild, man. Oh, man, you wild. But man, being Cordero sitting there talking, we about to did a nightcap for y'all already. But man, just sitting there talking about the market, man, and different people in real estate. I was watching this thing on Grant Cardone. He was talking about how agents were struggling. I think they were saying like 45% of agents were struggling or something like that, wasn't making enough to keep being an agent. You know what I'm saying? So we were just talking about that, man, and talking about wholesaling, the way the market is impacting wholesaling. And we talked about a couple of this stuff already here about how there's adjustments that need to be made. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I think it's a bigger um, motivation is different now. You know what I'm saying? Like Cordero was saying, like if you got in about 3 years ago when if you got in when money started motivating people, then it's you don't. I don't think you see the shift as good as the
Yeah,
people who was in before money was motivating people. You know what I'm saying? Back when you had to, find people that was in some kind of distress or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's going back to you got to find people in distress, you know,
yeah,
versus just throwing a lot of money at people and them just taking you off.
yeah, man. 100%. I have been I have been saying that just because, and I'll be honest, man, I have been studying. My real estate career started in 2018. I didn't get my first deal to 2019. So essentially, I could say I've been in the game since 2019.
Yeah.
Uh, that was at a certain time. Most things in life, I want to say all things, but I'll at least say most things in life are cyclical. Like just throughout your day, you hungry, you eat, you full. Like, or you sleepy, you sleep, you got energy now. It's just like most things in life are cyclical, and the market, the real estate market, the economy as a whole is no different. So I knew, I've been, you know, paying attention since like before I got into real estate. I would study how market crashes and corrections would affect the market. And if you got started in 2019, 2020 around COVID, people tend to talk about COVID like it was this major market correction. It was just a major, okay, maybe for some people, but you got to understand the government literally pumped trillions with the T dollars into the economy and just like said, hey, the economy as a whole, it's a big pool. We're gonna put all these extra fish in there. It's easier to fish. It's a
Yeah.
lot easier to fish if they just literally threw fish in the pool for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so if you got started in that time period, you may have a perception of, oh, this is what it is. This is the way things are. But if you talk to anybody who's been fishing since 2000, who've been fishing since the 90s or the 80s, they'll tell you sometimes there's a lot of fish in the pool. Sometimes it ain't no fish. It's a handful of fish, and you just got to get good at it. So when you realize you go through these courses, that's just a natural order of things. That's for one. And two, it's just, you just got to be good at fishing, period. And the basics are all, you got to get back to the basics. The champs never don't do the basics. And that's a loose quote based upon, I think I got that from the $100 Million Leads books, but it's just ultimately it's saying just like back to the things. If you was watching any wholesale video prior to 2020, you know that they was talking about pull a probate list, pull a tax lien list. You know that they was talking about these things because the number one thing is finding motivated sellers. All that went out the window in 2020 when people were like Byron says, oh man, I bought my house for 150. You gonna give me 300,000 for it? They don't need a motivation.
Yeah, but that is the motivation.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's just pure logic-based motivation. It's like, yeah,
money is the motivation.
And so now we're getting this. This is why I say we're getting back to reality, because yeah, there are good times and then there are bad times, and the best of times come right before the drop, the correction. You know what I'm saying, or what it seems like. Although 2008 was really the culmination. From what I've seen, it started in like 2005 and 2000 to 2007, and then 2008 was when it just. So I think we're getting to the real time. If you ask me, from what I've studied, because like I said, I've been in the market since 2019. You know what I mean? So I think the real times are coming. Maybe not now, but after we go through the correction and we kind of like level out, that's what it's supposed to be. Now we're supposed to be providing value. Now it's not, there's no trillions of dollars pumped into the economy. They're trying to pull that back in. They're trying to like, all right, we need to get that money back. We did that so the economy didn't just flatline during COVID. We need to get that money back before we can move forward. That's what the government, that's what the Federal Reserves, that's what they're trying to do. And so that's what we're experiencing. Byron made a great point when he says, a lot of real estate agents are suffering. They're intentionally, from what I hear, they're intentionally trying to do that. Before they start to raise the interest rates back up, people want to have to start suffering. Like Byron said, people going to have to lose because that trillions of dollars back. They need to get that back out of the economy to fight the inflation, right? And so what I say all that to say, you're right, but it doesn't change things. Let's just it changes that, like the obvious things. But as far as, people are still eating right now. Like they're still me and Byron's talking about this. Real estate agents are struggling. The majority of them are struggling. But that's the 80-20 rule. There always be the majority of people that are suffering. And then that last little 20%, the last 10%, 1% of people who are winning. And what they're doing is sticking to the basics. How can I provide value?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's like, people that was just, kind of riding like a gravy train. You know what I'm saying? They just riding the train. They just on the train, just rolling. You know what I'm saying? In football, you just call them what ERWs, eat, ride, and watch. They just want to, man. Hey, they just there for the show, man. You know what I'm saying? ERWs, man. Hey, you come to eat the pregame meal. You want to ride on the bus. You got to watch the game.
I was an ERW like.
Hey, wear the jersey. I want to wear the jersey, man. You wear the jersey in the hallway.
Hey, I just like the colors.
Exactly.
It matched my fit. Well, PT.
Hey, man, I just want a jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? You walk around with that jersey, you got some clout.
That pregame meal was crazy, though.
Do what?
That pregame meal was crazy.
Oh, yeah, that pregame meal probably some of the best stuff you've ever had on this book.
Especially if you ain't got to go work it off. Especially if you ain't about to go play right after that.
Hey, eating it up. Hey, the ERWs, man. ERWs, hey. Them jokers over ERWs in real estate, man, getting ate up right now, man. I'm
That's a
talking
good
about straight
analogy.
eight.
That's a good analogy.
They just ride the market because like people just, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to just catch a deal, you
Yeah.
know. And now junk ain't so easy to catch a deal. And it's like, dude, you gotta be out here hunting every day just to catch a deal. You know what
Because
I'm saying?
you got to
So
understand, there was a season, if y'all didn't notice it, I saw it firsthand. I didn't have to watch no YouTube videos. There was a season where so many people, it was so much money pumped into the market where people were literally quitting their jobs to go start a business because they saw wholesaling on TikTok. And the job scene got so scarce that small businesses had, we will hiring now, we will pay you same day.
yeah,
Like, because so many people was like, I don't need you. I'm gonna go start my own business because it was ERW.
yeah,
It was ERW to start your own business.
yeah.
Now it's hard. Watch how many people go flooding back to a job.
Flooding back, man. They gonna come back.
Cyclical. That's the cyclical
People
nature.
gotta lose. People gotta lose.
What's going on, Jake?
My guy Jake, man. Hey, I gotta hit you up, Jake. Jake, I ain't forgot about you, man. I got that VA coming. Jake hit me up. Jake, one of the OGs, man. Jake came to my second meetup. Came to my second meetup, man.
That's the one Byron had to meet up at the strip club or something like
You
that.
stupid, man. What you talking about? Dude, I wouldn't be calling no strip club ever, man. Hey, and I ain't that ain't even, you can almost throw out the morals on that. I
Yeah,
ain't giving
nah,
out my money. I ain't giving
dude.
out my money, dude.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I want it sound good to say, I'm a spiritual man, but we can put that to the side, dude. I gotta pay to get in, and then owe you my
Exactly,
money.
dude. You gonna charge me to get in, and then I gotta give my money away? No,
Never
dude.
have I, never will I ever. Just a
So
little
you telling
something.
me I'm going to this place to give my money away?
Throw it. Just to look at something. Man, come on.
No, dude.
Cut it out. I never.
Yeah, no, dude. I ain't never. No, dude.
Never
I
have.
refuse.
I couldn't. I wouldn't even. You wouldn't even do that for football. Like that's how
Dude,
you know you pay to get in. You got to throw money at the
throw
players.
money? Are you kidding me? No, man.
You right at crazy.
Dude, that ain't crazy, man. I'm like, man, no. Jug at me, I want to go. Hey, Jugger said, took me up there. I'm like, dude, I'm not going in. Like, dude, I'm not spending a dime here, man.
I literally met
Like,
my friend it was on somebody 18th birthday. They took him there. I meet you outside. I chopped it up with him in the parking lot.
like, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, dude, I'm
Oh, this
not
is not
spending
even right.
a dime, man. This is terrible. It's
That's
like,
against all the personal rules, man.
dude, I'm thinking about having money to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you know what we could do with this money? It's like, dude,
I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around that, dude. That ain't even that, and it don't sound that fun.
no, dude, like, dude, no, dude.
But I ain't judging. Do your thing. If that's what y'all do your
Hey,
thing. But
nah,
nah, I already
I
had.
ain't telling you to do it. I'm telling you not to do it. I'm telling you,
I'm just hands off like a mug.
yeah,
But
I'm telling
Byron, you
you
said
not.
you had like one thing, and it was just like a breakfast thing where they was walking around or something crazy like that.
Oh yeah, dude, that was crazy though. Uh, Jake, Jake didn't come to this meetup though. I wish you'd have came to this meetup though, man. We had a meetup in Atlanta, man, and dude, it was one of those situations, kind of like an Airbnb spot, and they trick you with the video, with the photos and stuff like that. So I thought it was like a house or some kind of place, you know what I'm saying? With the location, they trick you. They make you feel like it's in a certain location when it's actually, I thought it was like in a commercial building, but it was actually like in a townhouse. So we roll up on this townhouse. First of all, parking was terrible. Second of all, we go up in there. This is a real estate meetup now. We go up in there. It's cool. I go up in there, I'm like, man, it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? They got lights up in here. They got, they had like little strobe lights. You know what I'm saying? There was different colors and stuff. Dude, I have no clue, man. You know, I ain't gonna go to that stuff like that, man. So I'm up in this thing like, man, it's pretty cool. Other people start coming in. You know, nobody even mentioned or said nothing about it now. You know, other people start coming in, and nobody really said nothing to me about it until after everybody. You know, we had a good meetup, everything. People talk, all the other good stuff. But it was a dude in there, and he had girls like coming in and out. And it was like, this dude, this got girl coming in and out. And I was like, you know, maybe he, you know, college dude or something doing his thing, whatever, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end, he comes out, start like handing us his cards or whatever. And he's like, it's like breakfast, something, breakfast, I forgot what it was. Breakfast,
Naked breakfast or something like
naked breakfast is what it was. Naked breakfast. This dude taking girls around all over the place, all over the country, and serving naked breakfast.
that.
And
Wow.
we was in like his headquarters. I didn't even know it. You know what
I'm
I'm
about
saying?
to right to headquarters, dude.
Dude, I didn't even know it. And then I talked to some people after that, and they was like, "Yeah, I thought it was weird because they had these lights going and stuff like that, and they had, you know, they had girls going in and out." And I was like, "Man, that is crazy, man. I didn't even know." You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. Come to find out, this dude, you know, he talking, he giving people his Instagram and stuff. We look on there like, dude, this dude crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we looking at the videos, and it's like, hold on, this at this spot right here that we at.
It's
It's like,
no, right next door. That's my
like
shoulder. If you look pause the video with
this.
3 minutes and 9 seconds, that's my shoulder in the
Dude,
video.
exactly.
What is going on?
Hey, that's why I said, man, I'm terrible at hosting events. It's like, man, I cannot set up an event. It's like, man, I need an event planner out there, motherfucker. If I'm gonna host another one, Jake, man, I'm gonna have to get an event planner or something, man, so I don't end up at one of those spots like that, man.
Yeah, I wasn't there either, Jake. By the way, I just remember the story. So we both.
Yeah, dude. Hey, we had a good time though, man. There was some people that showed
I
up.
bet you did have a good time.
Hey, Nita showed up. No, man, no, I'm saying, man, like we really got into some real good real estate stuff there, man. Some of the OGs showed up, for sure. JB showed up. Thad was there. Yeah, man, it was some good people there, man, that was just showing up, you know. But man, that was crazy, man. Bobby Mack said, "What's cracking, fellas? What's going on, Bobby Mack, man? Bobby
Hey,
Mack back in the building. What's
my
going on, man?
baby.
What you been doing? Tell us what you got going on, man." Um, I know you've been trying to get up into the wholesale thing, man. So tell us what you got going on, man. But yeah, man, that was crazy, man. That was a crazy meetup. But yeah, we need to do that again. Probably go back to my old fashioned Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? That's safe environment. You know what I'm saying?
Can't go wrong at the Starbucks, man.
I tell you, man, can't go wrong with Starbucks. Only thing about Starbucks, man, is gonna be closing early.
And they
Like,
be having weird
yeah,
restaurants
it'll close like 8 o'clock.
since COVID. Restaurants been trying to take full advantage doing weird stuff, man.
Man, everybody closing at 10. I'm talking about at least where I'm at, but like, dude, everybody closing at 10, man.
Nah, not in Tennessee, boy. They be closing when I'm talking about when they feel like it.
Yeah, so they say shut down.
Feel like we
Say
ain't, we
turn the
ain't
lights off.
but the dough said y'all don't close till 10 and it's only 6 in the afternoon. Bye. What? I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Close
Shoot,
when I feel like it.
Ali came through this thing and said Thad used to be OG. We replaced that with Cordero.
Look crazy.
Man, Thad got too busy, man. Thad be busy, man. I was talking to Thad earlier today, man.
Man.
Actually, I messed around and Thad had this deal that he had been working on and kind of fell off the wagon or whatever. And we ended up reaching out to him and we didn't even know it was him or whatever. And ended up bringing back a deal up for him. He ended up getting it set up. I think he'll close it soon. So Thad's still doing his thing, man.
Oh, yeah, Dad doing this thing.
saying? Still doing his thing. So Bobby Mack says having issues with Twilio not recognizing my I guess it's saying EIN right now. Trying to set up the texting numbers. What you using? So you using Twilio to text?
What platform are you
Yeah,
texting?
what platform are you using? That's what I was wondering. It's like what platform are you using? To text people. I'm actually, man, thinking about just using my smartphone. Actually, man, it's like use a smartphone to text people, especially all the leads that we've ever brought in.
I
You
mean,
know
you
what I'm
know they
saying?
got text blast too, by the way.
Yeah, they do have text blast. I'm just thinking about shoot, even if I have text blast, like it's to the point where we brought in like in Podio, there's thousands of leads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you trying to follow up on all those leads, but just being able to text them all, I think is big. You know what I'm saying? Because people miss calls all the time. But that tech to call them and
Well,
text them, like you doing both, I think that's big, especially if you can get a call and text from the same number. Um, it's like, man, that person called me, that person text me. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
think, yeah, I think that's big.
you're right about that, man. You can call people from the dialer, you can text people from launch control, but you can't call and text them. And the whole thing is like we're gonna set it up so that you can get to our actual direct line, which is smartphone. But if you can use smartphone, call them, text them, it's like it's a real number that I can interact with. That's what people love. That they're like, "Can I text you on this line?" And when I say yeah, they're like, "Oh, it gives it put their mind at ease."
Yeah, for sure.
Select group of people that I was like, for Christmas, I'm going to text them like the day before Christmas Eve. I was like, just wanted to wish you and your family Merry Christmas. Man, couple people was like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. And that's where
Yeah,
Robert Sherman came back into play.
yeah,
Uh, William Freeze came back into play. It's just like you do that, like so.
yeah, for
Text
sure.
from the smartphone, yeah, for sure. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, I'm gonna have my I I don't think I'll have my VA do that. Batch leads to Twilio numbers. Twilio said my EIN was too new, and it could take a month for the system to recognize it.
oh man, dude. Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild. They trying to make it harder and harder for people to text though, for sure.
Zay, Zay
They
told
got there in the land, man. Sun just coming up out there, man.
Zay, nah, dude. He in Seattle,
No, Portland.
Portland. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's snowing, man. He ain't no sun. They don't see the sun.
Oh yeah, dude. Don't even see the sun probably for a month out there, mud.
Yo, you won't see the sun until Bobby get his EIN approved.
Yeah, tell me.
Waiting on another reply from Twilio now. And one thing I'll say, this is more like a Bobby, because I know that I don't went through this. Byron for sure done went through this. I know it can be frustrating. It seems like every time you start a new platform or switch platforms, it gets very frustrating. But I just want to at least say that's a part of the process. Like that's a part of it. And then once you get through this, it's like laying the foundation of a house. You would think when you think about building a house, you think about, man, I can't wait to these countertops, these floors, I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put a flat screen TV. First, you gotta dig a hole and lay the foundation first, right? That's the first thing. And so every time you start it, that's going on a small scale and on a large scale with your overall business. So every time you start a new platform, it's always that part where you just laying the foundation, where you get your EIN, the setup, the onboarding.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, you already being patient, that's what you're doing, but just understanding that helped me be like, okay, this is a part of the process. It's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna keep it rolling. And another thing too, even if you paid for that first month, most times I haven't seen no company not do it yet. If it took them a month to get you approved, then they will forward you the credits on your next month. So it's not like you just paying for it. You
Yeah.
can't get a refund now. They're
Yeah.
gonna put a gun to your head before they give you a refund, but at least they will forward you some credit. So just think about it in terms of that. Once you gone, they can't catch you, bro. You off and running.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Ali says I like marketing Plex with the automated text. If you work a full-time job, the automation is huge. I haven't heard of marketing Plex, but might have to check it out, man. Ali trying to put us on something. So definitely have to check that out. So Bob Mac laughing at you, talking about Portland. Zay out there in Portland says snowstorm going on out here right now. Man, I bet it is, man. It's snowing on the hills of Tennessee, so you know it's snowing in the land for sure.
For sure, Zay. Hey, Zay Tova. Zay, this mean you need to go ahead and cook up some of them, dice them scallions up nice and fine to make I don't know, make a broth, a stew, something. Ain't nothing else to do. Might as well go and hook something up, dude.
Hey, Zay out there chefing it up, man. What kind of restaurant you think Zay work at, man?
I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking culinary. I'm thinking Zay going in. Like he layering flavors, he mixing and mashing, he doing souffles and stuff like that. But if he doing chicken and waffles, he might be the only dude in Portland doing barbecue for real. You never know. My uncle did that. He moved out to Wyoming and opened up a barbecue restaurant, made it killing, made a doggone killing. I'm curious, Zay. Let us know what type of restaurant. But just
they got that serving $300 meals out there, man.
That's what I'm thinking. They got to go with $300 plates, boy.
Hey, $300 plates out there, man.
Three bites on that plate too.
Exactly, with 3 bites on there. Seafood balls.
Woo!
Oh man, it's a killer out there.
Man, going to do something. What you can do? Make some seafood gumbo in the house.
Might just get a cheap Walmart phone, start tasting
that. I heard some.
Hey, better than that though, man. For real, go ahead and get your Google Voice though. Like I was doing that Google Voice at the beginning. I would go with my Google Voice and just be texting people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing at first.
Hold on, they got on. Somebody that got on you, bro. I told him before we started, bro.
What's that?
He said, "Take that Christmas tree down."
Oh, you stupid man! Take that Christmas tree down.
Hey, that's a nice Christmas tree, man. I'd keep it up for us.
I got, man, them kids ain't hearing that, man.
Yeah.
They ain't hearing that. Nah, but it probably come down end of January. Probably end of January. It's still like middle of January, so I'm still good.
But back to what Bobby Mack said, I heard one dude say he was texting people in the way his little niche, he got everybody on his team an iPhone. Because if you get the blue bubble, and I'm not saying that you should go out and buy an iPhone just for this, but that was what his operation was. He got way more answers and his response rate was through the roof because people naturally text somebody from a blue bubble. You got to think, every time we send out a text blast, hey, Sarah, just calling you about the property on Main Street. Hey, Steve, all of them is coming in green bubbles. Maybe, and I worked in a cell phone store. I know the vast majority of people have iPhones. Probably about anywhere from 60 to 80% of people have iPhones, maybe more like 70.
Yeah.
But, some people have Samsung. So that means most of the people we talk to are seeing green bubbles when we text them. Imagine if you're the only one with a blue bubble. I'm not saying I've done this, but that was what dude was doing. And I seen him on the Real Estate Disruptors podcast. And he said that that's something he's been doing for a while. He'll buy every person on his team, send out text messages through an iPhone. That's how he do it.
Yeah, dude. I would imagine that iPhones texting the iPhones is probably one of your best chances you gotta really connect with people.
Yeah. So. I don't know how he was like black because he was doing the blast. Like he was sending like everybody got to send out all these text messages per day. So I'm not sure exactly how I did it, but that's just something to think about, Bobby. But definitely keep your voice, man. It ain't nothing.
So Zay said it's called My Brother's Crawfish. I make gumbo. What is that?
That's etouffee.
Jambalaya. All that.
Yeah, you might be tired of it at this point, Zay. But
it's cold, man. Yeah, some of that gumbo be hitting though.
All I'm saying is put cornbread. Look, get some cornbread with the gumbo. I know a lot of people don't think like that, dude.
Ooh, yeah. No. That's right down my alley right there.
You know what I'm saying? People gonna put the rice with it, but put the cornbread with the gumbo, dude.
Cornbread. Man, that cornbread with that gumbo be hidden. It be hidden, man. But
lay on your head about the
Ali
Christmas.
said, man, my Christmas tree been up since last Christmas. I wish, hey, shoot, this one might stay up to next Christmas though.
Hey, it look nice off in there
hey,
though.
hey, slide that up right over there around the corner into the other room.
Do you? Just put it back.
Hey, Christmas come back around, just slide that mug back out.
Nah, y'all know what it is too. Cause look at that Christmas tree, man. It took them a minute. That's one of them 30 footers, boy.
Nah, ain't no 30 foot, man.
He got 2 ladders stacked up.
Hey, you did have to get a ladder though, for sure. So Glenda says, "Hey y'all, that tree is beautiful."
Glenda's right.
Everybody on the tree. Hey, we got 10 people in here though, man. On the nightcap around 11, man. Go hit the like button, man. Get us fired up, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, I think we got like 2,990. We need 10 more people. 10 more people to subscribe to the channel. We be at 3,000, man. Hey, man. We get to 3,000, Ali. I gonna take the tree down. You keep talking about it.
Hey man, come on, 10 more.
I got a big time Christmas tree. Man, I don't know, man. My wife, she do it big now. She ain't gonna let nothing slide. She gonna do it big. Show.
Hey, Bobby Mack got a good question, man.
Said, oh dang, we got Arizona tapping in, man. I'm trying to keep up. That's Bobby Mack question. Still got my Christmas tree up too.
Nah, he go back. He said something about.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Shoot. Let me go back. Oh, here he is.
He said, "Aren't personal phones easily reported as spam if text blasting from one number? It's less about the personal phone. It's more about the one phone number." And that's a good point, Bobby, because that's why I say I don't know how the dude was doing it. Like he literally bought each individual person a iPhone on his team to use, and they had the numbers worked out to where, and also too, it's like when you send iPhone to iPhone text messages, they're not necessarily going through text, they're going through iMessage, which is a different system. Can also be sent from like your iCloud and things like that. So it's different. I'll say that. Does my stuff sound crazy?
Yeah, it does sound crackly or something like that, man. I thought it was me.
I mean, yours sounds crazy too. Hey, hello? Hey, y'all let me know if my audio sounds crazy as well. But Bobby, what I was saying is, I think you got to go back and watch it. I forgot the dude's name, but they had it worked out to where they was only sending a certain amount of text messages. But again, you got to think with iMessage, it's not just a phone number. It's not just because they can send it with iCloud and things like that. It's iMessage is its own internal system. So I'm sure that really did help. So that's just something to think about. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his numbers were, like how many text messages he had to send out. But again, I just say that just to make a point. Bobby, this guy, he was like, he had some bread to work with. So he had enough, again, to have a team, to buy everybody on his team an iPhone, to have the numbers worked out. Maybe that's not something that us regular folk can do right away. But that's just something to think about when you mentioned getting your own phone.
Yeah. And it may have been people that I don't know. I hadn't heard anything. Maybe been people that they already had in a system or something like that.
Nah, he was talking about code. That's a good question. That's a good point too, Byron.
Yeah. But Ali says, did you do that second interview with Flipman? I know you mentioned it in the past. Nah, man, I ain't never did the second interview with Flipman. I was thinking about hitting him up actually, because I want to do some of this commercial stuff, man.
Hey, there go your 10 subscribers right there, dude. Just go in and get on that Flipman, be like, hey, y'all, this is what we got going on.
Say flip. So your audio is fine. Byron, your audio is fine. Okay, I see. By Max, I heard someone say keep it under 10. I'll go and message well, I haven't heard of that because I never really looked into texting from like a personal number, right?
But correct me, am I wrong? But launch control only uses one number.
Yeah, but
so it's got to be more than 10. It's got to be more than 10.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it though.
Because launch control, they filter it out, But you said each batch is like 250 or something like that. It's like 250, and it's way more than just 10 per hour. But I don't know. It's something to that. It's a number per hour. It's something like that.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Street.
Back up in this thing, man. What's going on? Checking in on the nightcap, man. We just hanging out, you know.
Yeah, man. Look, let's give them. I just want to share some valuable information that I've been trying to digest. I've been reading this new book, and I've been telling Byron about this, but How to Win Friends and Influence People. So one of my things is, Byron talks a lot about contacts equal contracts. You know what I mean? We got that from Grant Cardone, but that's very true. But in essence, that's saying people equal money. That's really what we're saying is.
Yep, people equal money, for sure.
That's what we're saying. So wouldn't it be a good idea to understand people and to know people and to know how they think and how to communicate with them and get them to win them over on your side, or at least to be agreeable as you can? And so a couple tips that I've been learning is just as far as that I feel like would help all of us in this arena as far as real estate transactions, wholesaling, investing, all of that is, I mean, that's a classic book. I'm sure a lot of y'all read it or have heard of it at least. So check it out again. But
it's one of the books that you hear about.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people haven't really read it.
Like
they heard a lot about it.
Like I've heard about Think and Grow Rich. I think I done like checked it out on YouTube a couple of times, but I never just went all the way in on it. You know what I mean?
Cordero, we need your script on IG, man. If you need Cordero script, you need to hit Cordero up at Cordero Martin.
Did I send it to you? I think I sent it to you, Shaw, but if you can email or DM me again on there, and I'll send it to you directly. Hit me up on there and I'll send it to you directly, man. But one thing I also, before
that's Cordero IG right there.
I'll let you, boy. I'm gonna get on there. But I'll preface this with saying I've been sending it and I'm realizing just sending the script is one thing, but I would like to maybe do some video where I'm showing people how, you know what I mean, or how it's read or something like that to give you context. Because I think a lot of people is like, why you say this part right here like this? I'm like, dude, trust me. You know what I mean? Like, you think I've been using it? If I know that it don't work, come on, man. But it's working, and it's something that I could teach because the VAs take to it pretty well, surprisingly. You know what I mean? So, but a couple things that I've learned when it comes to like interacting with people that I wasn't doing before is one, and I'm just gonna throw out some random stuff. One, the most important thing to a person is their own name. So when you call or you just talk to people in general, address them, Shaw. Hey, Shaw. It's probably not a good idea. And like, for example, Zay, it's probably not a good idea for me to give you a nickname right off the bat. You know what I mean? Like Zay, I'll be saying Zay Tovin. And I'm just, you know, maybe you don't got a problem with that, Zay, but it's like your name is important to you. And it's almost like I'm disregarding your name. Like, this is your name. I'm going to call you what I want to call you. And that's not necessarily the best way to go about it, but especially not with these sellers or new people. That's just human beings. Like, one of the worst things that I hate is when people either mess up my name or they instantly try to give me a nickname because it's hard. They be like, Cordero. I say, my name is Cordero. And they be like, oh, you meant Cordell? No, I did not say that, bro. I did not say Cordell. Or like, in Tennessee, there's a spot called Cordova. When I was in kindergarten, one of my kindergarten teachers, she called me Cordova for the entire year. And it just made me feel like, call me my name. You know what I mean? But people care. You know, people care about it. I know we got one dude on here keeps calling Byron Brian, and Byron never say nothing. Byron like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, Byron don't really care about it. And not everybody will care, but you know, I think if I met Byron for the first time and I kept calling him Brian and I was really trying to, like, you know, do business with him, I don't know if calling him Brian would really work if I didn't have him won over in any other regards. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I don't. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. And I don't even know if it's so much even a thing that you really would put your finger on at the time,
Yeah,
but it's there. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly what it is. It's just a
It's like you don't even really mind it. Like it's not something that you know. See, some people will, but
some.
even the people who don't, like even the people who say, "Oh, I don't care," it's like you don't care, but it's still there. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and the person who gets your name right, you know, the person who would say it right, you know what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
another level of comfort.
It's
Like,
yeah.
oh man, you can get my name right.
Like
It's
I,
another level of comfort.
this person understands me more. Like Byron's mentioned selling his triplex a couple times. If two people came to you and they both had the exact same offer, exact same price, exact same terms, one of them called you Byron and one of them just kept calling you Bryson. Hey Bryson, we got this offer, man. Which one is you gonna go? It's a small thing, but which one
It
would
mentally throws you off, man.
you
You
go?
know?
Bryson? He just
Yeah.
kept. So that's one thing. And then also too, it's like, for example, we got this one dude, Robert. I've been calling, hey Robert, how you doing? And it goes a little bit further, right? So Robert, how you doing? He's been absolutely like he's gone as far as like, gotten a little aggressive with me at times because we've made some mistakes. So he got frustrated. But I realized he's a doctor. I looked him up. I Googled him. He's actually a doctor. So instead of Robert, hey, Dr. Gittleman, everything changed. You know what I mean? And so it's sometimes it's about the name itself, but then also it could be about the title. And it's just like I went to school for 10 years. I went to school before you was even born, kid. And you keep calling me Robert when at my job and at my workplace. And sometimes even when I go back home, Dr. Gittleman, Dr. Gittleman. But you can't even call me doctor. It's like he never mentioned it. He never said, oh, by the way, I'm a doctor, call me doctor. But once I started calling him doctor, again, it's a small, subtle thing that really swayed in our favor, right? And so if you really got the mindset to help people and to service those people and to get people on your team, then you got to think, what are the small things that I can do that will help them feel more confident so that I can help them? And that was just one point. I think it's an entire chapter on calling people by their name. You know what I mean? Or the title that they feel best. That's one thing. Another thing, well, I'll address what Shaw said before I go into the next point. I'm reading several books now, Ninja Selling and The New Model of Selling. Those are two good books. Shaw, for sure. Dude, I haven't heard of those books and I haven't read them, but just because these are sales-based books, like I think that was one thing that helped me out a lot in the beginning. Is I read a lot of sales-based books, but I went exploring for books that would help me with sales and talking to people. I came across a book called The Art of Communication because I thought it was just a sales book. I thought it would help with the talk, but that book is way more than that. That book is just how to just communicate with everything. And so once I read that book,
Who wrote that book?
it was a Buddhist monk called it's not spelled how it's pronounced, but his name is Thich Nhat Hanh. It's pronounced like that or spelled like Thatch. It's interesting, but he's a Buddhist monk. And so when I read that book, it shifted my mindset from just how do I talk as a salesperson, sales. Yo,
Oh, we got a Thad appearance up in this thing, man.
yo, we were just talking about the guy. Dang, man.
Can we say it's the king?
Not that, man. Show world I'm living. I told y'all that is doing this thing, man. I know he doing this thing, man.
You guys are, it's the nightcap, Dad. It's the real estate nightcap.
Yeah, man. I know that. Hey, Dad, you up with us, man? You up?
Hey, Dad love nightcap, man. The one he up. Dad probably up right now on the sticks. He gets a little night thing on. Thad a lot of night, man. I would go to Thad house, man. And back in the day now. We'd go to Thad house. Thad would come in, turn off all the lights, every light up in that mug. Thad lived way out in the middle of nowhere now.
Yeah.
He turned all the lights off and he playing like a shooting game or something like that. I'm like, dude, this is intense.
Oh,
you like he want to do is like he want to get the environment. You know what I'm saying? He got to get that.
I'm
He
like
got to
that.
get the environment.
I'm that because it's just like I don't know, like you get zoned out. The only thing is there is the screen. I don't play a lot of video games, but if I'm watching a movie, I just want to be locked in, man.
Oh man.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, King Cordero. King Cordero. No, it's Cordero the cleaner. He's a cleaner.
Cordero the Cleaner. I got that from another book. But Shaw said how to influence family and friends. Is that also written by Dale Carnegie, Shaw? That's interesting. I might need to check that one out. But another point that I was going to mention that I got from the book is people want to talk about one thing that'll make you seem interested, that'll make you seem like you care or make you care. Talk about them, right? This is an immediate tip that you can take into your sales calls that I messed up on for so many years. I thought let's get all that little stuff about about your kids, your grandkids, and what you got going on. Yeah. Let's talk about the house and selling it. Okay, yeah. I get it. Oh, you like motorcycles? Cool. But how much? When do you want to close? No. If it take them 30 minutes, or if they go on an hour-long tangent about their granddaughter's motorcycle that she got, and how she. Talk to them about it. Oh, how do you feel about it? That's crazy. Your granddaughter, when I was a kid, I had a motor. Be genuine. That's one thing you got to do. I'm not asking nobody to fake and don't lie, don't make stuff up, but genuinely show a genuine interest in people. And dog, I'm talking about this has been working like a can opener, a new can opener, not one of them raggedy can openers that you got to like basically
can open.
You know,
set it up there. Yeah.
Oh, one of them. Yeah, one of them. It worked like that. I'm telling you. Like I was just talking to somebody, and all we did was talk about how he want to live out on some land and live off the land and make his own. He want to make his own farming equipment from the wood and this, that, and the other. We talked about that for like an hour, and then he dropped the price $25,000 by himself. You know what I mean? Just and so talk to people. No. Encourage people to talk about themselves. Don't even just skip over it. Somebody tell you, man, I got to sell because I got a new job coming up. You can be like, okay, when do you want to sell then? Or I can say, what job is that? Is it in the same line of work or is this a new position that you got? Oh, it's just, this new position I've been wanting for a long time. I wanted to be, I'm the head chef at the gumbo restaurant. Oh, for real? Oh, man, you a chef? I've always wanted to be a chef. I ain't gonna lie and say I love gumbo because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat fish. So I'm not going to lie, but I am going to be like, I do like to cook. So I'm going to genuinely show interest, and we're talking about that. And I'm encouraging him or her to talk about that. Trust me, that's one thing I got wrong. Make them talk about themselves. Encourage them to, because when they're talking, you're winning. When they are talking, you are winning. Man, I want to be like y'all. Y'all have unplugged from the Matrix.
Hey, speaking of that, man, this dude that worked at my job was saying like, man, it's like the rest of us is in the Matrix. And you're jumping out. It's like that's what he was saying. It's like, man, we're gonna be showing up here, like you're gonna be gone, and we still gonna be showing up here every day doing the same thing. It's like man, we stuck in the Matrix.
I mean, that's very true. It is 100% true. But you got to think the Matrix was talking about the movie. It was designed for your comfort and the experience to be cushiony. You know what I mean? It was designed for you to be there and to feel protected. You got to remember when Neo got out the Matrix, it wasn't cushiony no more. He was literally reborn again. They pulled a tube out his throat. He was bald-headed, eating, not even oatmeal. He was eating mush for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not saying it's just terrible out here, but all I'm saying is when you unplug from the Matrix, there's a certain That's why you still in the matrix, and that's why most people don't want to unplug, because it's uncomfortable once you first get out. It's gonna be uncomfortable before it gets better, but it does get better. That's for sure. But I'm just saying, just be. The grass can always seem green on either side, but I'm saying that's why we see such an influx of people going back to the matrix in droves now that the market ain't all fun and rainbows no more. If you're gonna unplug, just have a reason behind it. That's all I'm saying. That's what's given. That's why I'm outside of the matrix. It's because I feel like there's a greater purpose than just, oh man, I don't want to be here no more. It's like, nah, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. You gotta have a real reason why, and that's what's gonna keep you. That's what's gonna keep you going. Matter of fact, really a couple people that decided to plug back in, or am I tripping? Or at least one guy who just like traded on them and tried to plug back in or something like that.
And the dude at my job was picking me all the time because I'm like, man, I never watched The Matrix.
Oh, you never watched it?
Never watched The Matrix, man. Dude at my job was picking me out. Like, you haven't watched The Matrix? It's like, man.
I understand there's some classic movies that I ain't watched, but I think like, that'd be a cool movie, man. That'd be a cool.
He always asks me, it's like, you watched The Matrix yet? It's like, nah, dude, still ain't watched The Matrix.
Dude, Byron only watched basketball. Man, check out The Matrix, dude.
Wow, dude. Hey, I'm too busy watching Money Talks, How to Be a Menace.
Hey, Money Talks.
Blue Street. You already know, man. You already know.
Pizza, man, I got your pizzas.
Yeah, dude. I watch it. Blue Street.
The Matrix is a cool movie, man, but I don't know if it's better than Money Talks. But that's just.
That's what I'm talking about, Glenda. Glenda ain't seen The Matrix either, so we in it together. Me and Glenda never seen The Matrix, so yeah, man. I'm watching Money Talks. What else I'm watching? Yeah, Money Talks and what else? National Security or something like that.
Well, I was about to say National Security.
Yeah, man, that's another good one. And
Martin Readers.
Yeah, Martin be on it, man. But other ones that you don't know nothing about though, like Fat Beach. You don't know nothing about no Fat Beach, man. That was before your time. That was before you.
Had the DVD. My mama had the DVD. The cover didn't seem interesting to me. It's some fat dudes on the beach with a volleyball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like,
you don't know nothing about that, man. That Fat Beach. You don't know nothing about it.
Hey.
Like, dude.
I know you don't know nothing about?
What was that?
Dude, the greatest movie ever, Double Take. Woo! You don't know nothing about that, do you, boy?
I think I didn't seen that.
Hey, look, Double Take is with Eddie Griffin in Orlando. Ooh, dude, that's one of my favorite. I literally bought the movie.
I may be thinking about Double Dribble. The old video game.
Dude.
I tell you who done saw all these movies probably is Thad. Thad be watching some movies, man. Thad know all the movies, dude. I'm telling you. Thad be knowing all the movies. But nah, man, I remember we had two movies. Like we had no cable, no nothing. You didn't have Netflix and all this stuff back in the day. It was no cable, and we had two movies. And we watched them juggle over and over and over again. That whole thing you can watch. It's like we had Fat Beach and Cop and a Half. Two movies. You
Cop and a Half, bro.
Yeah. You don't know nothing about no Cop and a Half, man.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't do. Hold on, I thought that came out like the 80s, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Hey, Mom probably put the jokes on 50 cent at the free yard sale, dude. Dude.
Man,
no cable, two movies. Man, I know every word to each one of those movies to this day, dude. Dude, we had a ball. Like, dude, we didn't even think about that. We didn't even. Like, dude, we listen to game stuff on the radio.
Yeah.
Dude, this was the 2000s, man. We listening to football game stuff on the radio, man.
Dude, that's wild.
Wow, man.
You are
We
listening
still
to a
listen
boxing
on the
match.
radio, dude. Are you kidding me?
Dude, listening to a Joe Louis boxing match, man. Listening to Nate Robinson.
Dude.
But we went through that season too, where we had no cable, just a DVD. We had more than 2 DVDs, but we had we had probably like 50 DVDs, bro. I can't tell you how many times I watched White.
We watched them 2 movies over and over again and laughed so hard, man. Hey, dude, you couldn't tell us we were missing nothing, dude. We weren't missing nothing according to us.
Bro, you know how many times I watched Hitch, the movie Hitch, just because my mom.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the movies we had was like my mama got them because, but you know, I live in a single parent household. It's just my mom. My mama gonna get what she like, and we watch what she likes. So it's gonna be like a romantic comedy, rom-com like Hitch. My mama likes scary movies and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the type of stuff we watching. We ain't had no Menace to Society or nothing like that. But this is a good one.
Menace to Society, Friday. Man, I remember watching Lion King on cassette.
Oh yeah. Dude, we had the DVD.
The Lion King. I remember the little label Lion King thing on the cassette.
Bro, we had the VCR though. Life was good, bro.
Dude,
life was good when we had the VCR. We had tapes. Iron Giant, bro. Iron Giant endlessly. Iron Giant. Iron Giant go get something to eat. Iron Giant again. 101 Dalmatians. I'm trying to tell you, but
say why is they over and over and over?
Talking about. But this is a good point, Shaw. In the book of New Model Selling, it talks about intent, content, and condition. The better the questions, it elects better answers. Curiosity listening is also very key as well. I'm gonna tell you, bro, Shaw. Like I said, I've been off into reading these books, and I'm pretty sure Shaw, you was letting us know you got a sales background as well too, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, I think so. But that curiosity listening, you do that, you be killing that.
Yeah, dude.
You be killing that, dude.
Listen and let them know you're listening, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you be going in like that, and then be asking questions specifically about what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, just digging deeper into not just, like you said, not just the deal, not just what you're on the phone with them about, but digging deeper into what they're actually talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's why,
you know what I'm saying?
That is such a good point. You know, what you mentioned there, Shaw, is like intent, content, and condition. And I'm sure those things come like, one thing I've learned is with all these different books, they have different way to explain it. Small example, like I always call it prospects are your cold leads, and any lead that you get is a lead. But Alex Hormozi, he explained that saying, man, we just gonna switch over to this anyhow. We're gonna switch over here anyhow. Can you hear me okay?
What's that?
I had to my camera.
Yeah.
But like Alex Hormozi talks about it, he calls them leads and then engaged leads, as where I would explain them as prospects versus leads. He would call them leads to engage leads, but whatever. So I'm sure they got their own nomenclature for the book, Shaw. But I think one thing I learned, and this will help you just with reading all these books, it's like you'll read it, and then after you read it, like while you're reading it, you in that mode. And then after you read it, you like some of the skill sets that you gain kind of wear off. You gotta get obsessed with that part of it. Like you gotta be reading sales book after sales book. Go read New Model Selling, and everything that they teach you in that book, I'm almost certain it will work. But you gotta read it again and again and again and implement it. And that's
Alex Hormozi was talking about that. He's like, dude, he got to read books like 3-4 times to listen to it over and over again to it's just like it becomes nature. You know what I'm saying? Like you start living out the book because you're listening to it so much, it becomes part of, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like when you watch something so much, you just start regurgitating the stuff that they're saying. It's kind of like tell that Cordero watched tons of Alex Hermoso because it's like I'm listening to Alex Hermoso and I'm like, that sound like Cordero.
I don't think I sound like him. I don't think I sound like him. I think even
it was stuff that he would bring it up. I was like, I already heard that before from Cordero.
But dude is like, I think dude's like Matt. Like I don't know. I can see why you would say, or maybe you just noticing what you already noticed. You know what I mean, or hearing what you already noticed. But I'd be thinking like, I'd be listening to him like, dang, that's crazy that he said that. But maybe so. But or like, for example, like if you spend real time with me, you'll notice like I'll quote Money Talks just in my everyday life. You know what I mean? You know I watched that, or I watched it a lot. Because I'd be like, is this what you want? But it's just like, and we've talked about this a lot before, is you got to control what you consume because that's life. You are what you eat, you are what you consume. Because I think that transcends past just the food that you actually eat to like what music you listen to, what movies you watching, what books are you reading, what friends are you listening to, what gossip are you consuming, what sort of energy are you allowing around you. And if you hang around if you get on a broker's team, like let's say you became a real estate agent and you got on a broker's team with all the losing brokers who make excuses, well, the market's this way and the market's that way and the market's the market, then your attitude is going to reflect. That's what you're consuming. But if you get on the team with the people that's just like, oh, where's our next deal? Let's just keep doing the next deal. Let's just keep shifting as the market shifts, we'll shift. And we're just going to keep going. You're going to be eating. And so I say that to say is because I respect where you at, Shaw, as far as like trying to or consuming all of this content, because that's good stuff right there, especially curiosity listening and the better questions. It elects better answers. But stay in that though. Like do your best to stay in it. Because I personally get in and out of it. Like I'll be like this, but I like when I'm in my mode, unstoppable. So, but that is a good one. And another point, the better the questions, it elects better answers. Try if you need closed-ended questions are not bad, only if you need to bring them into the fold. And this is like, I'll give you an example. So Byron, obviously the name of this game, contacts equals contracts, right?
Yeah.
And the more contracts you get, the more money you're able to make, right? Yeah. And that's where you get those closed-ended questions that help you, because now I'm getting yeses from Byron. I'm trying to get him to give me yeses. But then as you go on in the conversation, you want to ask those open-ended, better questions that do require them. Or like I said, the art of influencing people, friends and family or whatever, the art of influencing people talks about encourage them to talk about themselves. That's the way he words it. And it's basically the better the questions, but it's showing genuine interest. So, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be major.
Yeah, for sure. Ali said, Thad, you still walking? I don't think Thad walking no more, man. At least he ain't walking right now. So the metrics and then was always on WB. So
he's right about that. In FX,
but I was turning away from that. I was watching, man. You know what I was watching, dude? Man, we had a lineup, man. We was watching Wayne Brothers. Wayne Brothers would come on, and then Jamie Foxx. That Wayne Brothers, Jamie Foxx,
Fresh Prince of Martin. I watched every episode.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that it used to be a run though. It would be like the Wayne Brothers would come on, and then 2 episodes of Jamie Foxx, and then the Wayne Brothers again. Like, dude, we would hit that jump, and then like a little later, like I think like a little bit later, you would get Comic View would come on at like 11 or 12. That yeah, that Comic View up, man. You got to stay up to see Comic View, man.
You're right. I did used to stay up way too many nights with Bruce on. When Bruce then came on to somebody, I'm
yeah, got to still watch Comic View, man.
But Glenda hit it on the head. You know what? Honestly, when we was kids, I was outside all the time, especially when I went to my aunt Linda house. You know, that's auntie right there. Like, we can't even come inside if we want something to drink. We better drink out the hose and start running in and out, or else you got to stay in or something like that. But as I got older, man, we did spend way too much time watching movies. Your mama going to work and you can't let nobody know you there by yourself. You got to stay in the house.
Yeah, man. But nah, hey, but shoot, most of the stuff that we were watching was like at nighttime, like when the sun went down. Like, dude, we used to be out, you know, all day. But when that sun go down, man, they better not have to come outside. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's dark and they have to come outside, man, you better get in that house before they get back to that house. My daddy would come out to the road, looking down the road, see if we down there. We go running through the alley. You know, hey, try to hear if we get into the house, go sit in the house like we've been there the whole time.
I would do that. We're gonna get when it's time to eat, somebody gonna come outside and let us know it's time to eat, bro.
Dude, that sun starts down, man. You know you gotta go, dude.
And then you can't go back outside. You might try to go back outside after you eat. Nah, dude.
We ain't going back outside. Like, dude, we used to play outside the whole time, but like that's what I'm saying. Like Wayne Brothers come on late. We talking about staying up 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock watching this stuff.
You didn't come on to like,
and then when you still to watch that Jason, you still watch some scary movies real late. You know, yeah, man. You still watch that joint, man.
I stayed up late too.
All this stuff was happening late.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Thad got your update, Ali. He said he just started back walking.
Oh man,
dude, funny story, man. Thad had me and my wife walking, man. Dude, I swear we would sit up because Thad idea was like you don't have to run, you can just walk. You know what I'm saying, dude? Thad is out there walking, man, like for 5 hours, man, just walking out this thing, man. I was like, dude, man, we could have jogged or something, and got this over with. Nah, nah.
Dad, you the one came up with
jog, man. We just keep walking.
Dude, Dad, the one that came up with the whole going to California analogy. It's like you don't gotta get on the plane, you could just walk there. I mean, you will get there eventually, but you can speed it up. You know, you can speed it up, dude, but Bobby had a question. Has the realtor lawsuit stuff had any effect on wholesaling? And to be honest with you, Bobby, the realtor lawsuit hasn't had an effect on realtors yet. They just made that decision, and it's still in the process of trickling down to the real estate agent level to where it actually affects their day-to-day practice. So in some places it has, but it still hasn't had a nationwide effect on the real estate agents just yet. I can't see or anticipate a major effect it'll have on wholesaling other than maybe making our job better. But I think or not better, but it'll be more beneficial for us if they can't scam, or it'll give us a talking point. But I think anything that affects the real estate market as a whole will affect us. But it hasn't even affected the real estate agents yet, at least.
Yeah, Shaw, you on it, man. You reading 3 hours a day, wake up early, read, listen while you're driving to work, listen while you're driving back home. Hour after getting home, man, I was on the same jump, man. I would wake up, man, and basically I would wake up and like pray, do all my stuff. But like after that, I'm listening to a book, going to school, working out at school, going to my classroom, listening to the book, all the way up to it's time to work, go home, listening to the book, at home, cleaning up, listening to the books. It's like, dude, that's kind of becoming obsessed, man. You become obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying? Becoming obsessed, man. I think that's the biggest thing, man. Becoming obsessed with what you're trying to do. I think that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Or Grant Cardone say, be obsessed or be average. Trying to keep it up as well. Yeah, no doubt, man. You just got to keep going, man. That had us out of walking forever, man. Walking is good for you. I love to just walk, clear your head. Hey, I used to wake up early, go to my school, be listening to a book, or I would do my first lap with no headphones or nothing. I just wanted to walk and like look around. It's just you and the earth. There was nobody there. I'm just walking around. It's just nature. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So I would just leave my headphones, leave my phone, everything, and just walk. And then after I'm done doing that, then I would come back and pick up my headphones, pick up my phone, listen to a book or whatever, and then do my walk, do my other walking, the jogging, working out, all the other stuff. So
Yeah, man. That's a
And
powerful way to start off the day because that's spending time with yourself. Whereas most people, they wake up and the first thing is, how can I connect with the world? How can I get on Instagram, social media, and connect what's going on in the world? And you skip right over you.
yeah,
Imagine you with your wife, you don't wake up and say good morning to her, you go out to the neighbor. You skip right over your wife and go right to the neighbors and say, good morning, how y'all doing? I just want to check in on y'all. Hope y'all slept good. Did you sleep good, neighbor? It's just like
yeah,
you skipping over yourself a lot. And as a younger dude, I made that mistake a lot before. Like, first thing, let me see what everybody else doing. It's like, take in on yourself first and spend that subtle moment alone. And if it's not a blizzard outside, go outside and spend some time in nature, dude. I was doing that, man. Getting up, you know what I mean? It just really clear your head. But I wasn't walking. I'm talking about, I'm trying to do some hill runs because also too, you don't start off, man, how can I do sprints? Let me do these Usain Bolts. It's just like you get used to getting active and you start building up into that. And then as you push yourself to the next level, it's just like, but also it saying hey to yourself, spending time with yourself, and then challenging yourself first thing in the morning, give you the edge over the day, I think.
yeah, for sure, man. It's like I think that did give me an edge. And then I read a book called Eat That Frog. It's like,
yeah,
the thing you do, trying to do that first thing that's really hard, and reading that book, the one thing kind of merged those two ideas together where it's like, okay, what's one thing I can do that by doing that one thing would make everything else easier and would make my day a success. You know what I'm saying? If I can get this done, the day is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I consider it to be a successful day. Top priority thing that I can knock out. But yeah, man, that's what I would do. But let's see what Shaw got. Shaw got, what's the best time to send text messages out on Launch Control? I used to send them out at 9 because Launch Control kind of drips them out.
AM.
That's
PM. 9 in the
Do what?
morning, but that's just letting them know that's AM throughout the day. Earlier, because it does that drip thing, and so it's just like, it's not like cold call, where cold call, it's probably best to do it in the afternoon. If you send a text out in the morning, also too, the text messages that do hit first thing in the morning, a lot of things like I just explained, first thing people do when they get up is go right to that phone. They skip over themselves and go right to that phone. And if your text messages are on there, they're gonna be like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. So Shaw says, if you can master the morning, then you can win the day. That's most likely right, man. It's all about feeding yourself the right stuff every morning.
Dude, if you want to master the morning, you want to master the morning, master the night before. That's something
that's very underrated,
for sure.
Because I bought Brandon Turner's intention journal, and that really helped me out, like writing stuff down the night before. You know what I'm saying? Planning out the next day. So when I would go do my morning stuff, but like I open it up, it's like the stuff I already wrote down what I'm supposed to be doing.
Dude, it's like somebody
wrote down, like I wrote down, do this and this, then boom, 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 boom. You setting up what you're supposed to do, and you just performing what you already said that you need to do. You're just performing it. You're just performing today instead of just going through it just like you know, you most time you just going through the day off feelings. Oh, I feel like, you know,
Yeah,
getting
but
up
that's
this. Oh, I feel like going over going to that. It's like, no, this thing is already like it's mapped out.
100%.
So
100%. That's dead on, man. Because that's the thing. Throughout the day, you're gonna go through this mix of feelings and emotions that's gonna determine what you want to do. But if you can do it from the night before, like right before you go to bed, say, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do. You're looking at your day tomorrow from a subjective point of view. So when you say I need to do these follow-ups at these times, you're detached from how you feel at that time. If I need to get up and I need to do lead generation first thing in the morning, and then follow-ups in the afternoon, and then whatever in the evening, you might feel in the afternoon tomorrow, you might not feel like doing that. But right now, I can just write it down. And even if you don't get to everything, I heard Grant Cardone say this, but this is just my personal experience. Even if you don't get to anything, I've split tested it. You got way more structure about your day, and I get way more structure. I get way more stuff done, even if I don't hit everything on the list. But every time, because it's just like I know I need to be doing lead generate. I need to have a meeting with my VA, lead generation, or make sure my VA is doing the lead generation. We're doing the morning follow-ups and the afternoon follow-ups. I'll give myself some time to go to lunch, whatever. But and I even write down my morning. I got wake up, do my morning routine, pray, do my push-ups, and and then meeting with VA. This is what, and I do it every day. But the days that I don't do it, like Byron said, I'm at the whim of my emotions for that moment. And you don't really feel like, I don't know, you just don't usually feel like jumping in the dialer, or just if you're trying to work out on top of that structure, you don't feel like hitting the gym first thing in the morning most times. But if you write it down, it's like a mental verbal commitment from a subjective point of view. So it's like it's really like I just pull it up. I'm like, man, what do I need to do? Oh, I got myself. I didn't make the schedule. Yesterday, me made the schedule. You know what I'm saying? It's like you really got somebody watching. Like if you at work, they tell you what to do. From this hour to this hour, you're doing this. You're not deciding what you do at work and when. They tell you what to do and from what hour to what hour, what you need to be doing. So this is what you do. This is how you do this. So do that for yourself, and it's powerful.
Yep.
The night before.
Yep. For sure.
And that I was gonna say that also goes as far as if you say I'm gonna get up at 5:30, 4:30, then the night before go to bed at a reasonable time. Like that's important too. So a lot of it starts from the night before, man.
A lot of it does, man. But shoot, we about to get out of this thing. Read Shaw's last comment. I just started to plan and journal. Went done at the end of the day. I wrote how it went, what I messed up, and how it went. Another thing I learned is to respect time. Yeah, no doubt, man. You gotta time yourself out. That's what I would do. Time myself out. Around this time I want to do this. Around that time I want to do that. I got different business and stuff going on too, man. So I really have to try to, keep up with my time and what I'm doing. So that's big. And we don't have everything figured out. I definitely don't have everything figured out. I'm still learning and growing and trying to stay consistent at all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I always say that consistency is life's challenge. You know what I'm saying? To stay consistent at whatever it is you're doing. That's life's challenge, because everybody can have a good day. A good day. How many good days can you screen together? That's the question. Like, that's the real question. It's like, if you could take everybody's best day and tell me you're going to have that best day from now on, you know what I'm saying? That means you're going to be doing real good. But the problem is the majority of people can't have, good days consecutively. It's like you're not going to sit here and hit good day, 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 good day. You're not going to do it because you can't push through adversity most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Some get distracted or something else come up or this happen. It's hard to remain consistent through resistance, adversity. That's what I'm saying. Consistency is life's challenge. So, to be able to do that, to stay consistent at it is the challenge. So, don't get discouraged when you don't do this or don't do that, or you feel like, oh man, I ain't doing none of that stuff. Man, it's like, dude, you can be doing all that stuff and then 2 days later do none of it. So it's all about just trying to get to the point where you are building good habits and doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And trying to be consistent at something and just building it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, oh, bless you, man.
Yeah.
I've worked with myself for 8 years trying to get better. I'm still on the journey of just trying to become the best version that I can be. That's the challenge, to be the best every day. You know what I'm saying? Consistently. So let's keep me focused. I feel accomplished. That's what it is. Even if I don't complete the list. Yeah, no doubt, man.
For sure, Glenn. That's exactly how I am. And that's why I say, even to Byron's point, it's just like I make the list of all the things that I would like to accomplish and the structure and order in which I would like to accomplish them on the next day. And if I don't get to everything, I at least have direction and I have a focused drive throughout the day. And I try to prioritize them. The most important things is at the beginning. The most important thing in business is lead generation. Follow-up is very key, but new leads are still more important. So I put lead generation first, right? And so prioritize and put the most important things first and just make sure you're knocking out all of them, and stuff may come up. Something might knock you off your feet midday. You might not be able to finish it, but it's about the consistency of I constantly create those lists because it keeps you focused. And going from the matrix to outside the matrix, 9 to 5, somebody telling you what to do, this is the structure, to I'm free, I could do whatever I want. Where are you going to get your structure from? So that's what's worked for me, is creating a list the night before. And then when I wake up, I know what my objectives are. And even if I'm not able to, or I'm just having such a horrible day that I cannot, I can, but it's just not on my heart to do it. I got the structure though. I already have the structure. So I can be like, all right, man, let me just get these follow-ups. Let me just do the most important things and I'll try to get the rest of them. You know what I mean? Or however it comes. So absolutely. But I've been working hard on quotes of the day. And I've been working hard on making sure I never run out of a quote. But Byron tonight hit me with the hardest quote that I done heard in a minute. So I guess I'm gonna have to drop this one. But what did Shaw say? Lastly, be, do, have. I don't know if y'all listen to Myron Golden. I don't know who that is, but he's a good person to follow. Being obsessed with doing, and you have everything you want. Be blessed, y'all. No, absolutely, man. That is absolutely. I might need to check him out. But Byron slapped me upside the head with this one earlier, man. And basically, to what we're talking about, it's a subtle difference between tens of thousands and a mil, right? And that's the quote by Byron Scott, by the way. But
you are stupid, man.
It's a subtle difference. It's the smart. And I remember telling one of my own boys this, again, birds of a feather, one of my old childhood friends. And, he wanted to be a rapper. And he was talking about getting a gold chain and this, that, and the other. I said, bro, it's a difference between the guy who got 1 million and the guy who got 100 million. It's a difference. He looked at me like I said he had another leg growing out of his head. He looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what? Bro, a millionaire is a millionaire. There's no difference. Dude, no. It's a subtle difference between these levels. If we're talking monetary gain or any form of success, it's actually between being a mediocre father or the dad of the year award. It's the subtle differences. And it's the day-to-day things. Like every day, it only take me, like, real talk, to plan out my entire tomorrow. It may take me 5 minutes, if that. Some things are just consistent. I know I'm going to do them. I'm going to have to do them every day. So that's why it don't take a long time. My morning routine, morning lead generation, lead follow-up, and then all the other stuff I got to do, right? It don't take me that long, but it's a subtle thing that makes a major difference between not having any structure about my day, and having, solid discipline. It's the subtle things. And so remember that. That's why I say calling people by their names. Again, Byron pointed out that's just a subtle thing, but it will make a difference. Encouraging people to talk about themselves, being patient when you're on a sales call, not trying to rush them, taking your time. It's the subtle things. And so there's numerous of other subtle, small things. And we were saying before we jumped on here, man, but we like, man, I gotta figure out something. It's one thing that I'm not doing. It's one thing that I'm trying to get to the next level, especially in this crazy market that just shifted on me. What can I, Cordero, do? It's a guy who can answer that question in one sentence, and that'll change. And that's $1 million. That's $1 million for me. So It really is the subtle things that make a difference between tens of thousands and $1 million and $100 million and $1 billion. It's like Elon Musk don't got more time than us. It's not like he had 48 hours today and we all had 24.
Yeah.
He just what he's doing. So it's like, it's subtle. He just woke up and instead of putting the left foot down, he put the right foot down first.
Yeah.
And instead of texting his baby mama arguing, he went right to his whatever he did. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. If I knew, I'd be a Bill. I'd be up. So
for sure, man. That's why I was just saying that, just because it's like, dude, I was on the chat like this, a year before I was doing ridiculous stuff in real estate. You know what I'm saying? Before I did 100 deals in real estate, I was on the chat just like this, listening to people talking about real estate. You know what I'm saying? Ain't did one deal. And then a subtle shift, a subtle change, 100 deals. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. It's just a subtle thing. Don't feel like you that far from where you're trying to get to. It's just a real subtle shift. Next thing you know, boom, explosion. You know what I'm saying? So just keep your head up, keep going, man. But shoot, we finna get out of this thing, man. Appreciate y'all coming through on a nightcap, man. We still got 5 people in here on the nightcap, man. But man, we finna get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Until tomorrow, man. Peace out.